Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you two more Easter dollar store DIYs, and for the first project I'm using this Happy Easter truck sign that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I'm removing the Happy Easter sign off, and I will also be using some of these craft scrapbooking papers. I just haven't decided exactly which ones I want to use, but as you can see I have an extremely large stack of floral spring type a cardstock here that I want to be using, and I will also use a sander and some tacky glue. So once I have removed the bottom off, I want to sand the whole piece. Well, primarily I want to sand off the shiny stuff, the sparkles off the wheels is what I want, because I will be covering everything else, but the wheels will be showing and I didn't want any sparkles on them. Once that was done, I wanted to trace all the little details of the trucks. Some of them, when you I think the Christmas one, when I bought it, it was raised, so I could just trace it on the paper, kind of rub it on, but this one, it was flush, so I ended up tracing it with a black marker, and then using a paper, white paper. It was actually an old printer paper, like one of those ones that had holes in it, that I ended up using for it because it was see-through enough. So friends, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonia and you are watching my DIY channel. I also have two other channels which will be linked down below if you would like to check them out, and make sure you check out my Instagram and blog, because I share tons of stuff there that you might not find on my YouTube channels. So once I was done tracing it onto the white paper, I cut it out, and then I also transferred the cutouts onto the cardstock that I wanted to use. Once I had it all cut out, I used tacky glue to glue the pieces on. I just love how using the different spring floral paper gave this truck a bit of a different look, a new life almost, and I just love the way it all came together. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely obsessed with truck decor. I have used it for every season. I have made tons of different DIYs for Christmas, of course. Kind of started to get into it in fall, and then just exploded at Christmas, and I did do some stuff for Valentine's Day as well, and now I'm moving on to Easter. I also use it in my decor. If you want to see how I use a truck all kind of for since Christmas, and I have used it in winter decor and now in Valentine's Day, make sure you head on over to my home channel because I share that there. But I don't know what it is about these trucks, I just absolutely love them.
Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. You got your high heels on, and I'm wearing my worn-out jeans. What could go wrong? Sipping on a beer, sing along to our favorite songs. All I want is you. You make my world spin.
Once I glued most of the stuff on, I just took my craft knife and trimmed off anything that was kind of hanging over.
You enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. A never-ending sunshine.
I wanted to create like a rim on top of the bed of the truck, but it was a little too small to be gluing stuff, so I decided to add a touch of chalk paint in that. It's almost like the duck egg blue from Annie Sloan, but it's a little bit different.
Maybe hold you in a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I end up calling on.
I also paint the tires because I wanted them to be completely black.
Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending.
Once that was done, I moved on to working on the little bunny. I was covering the bunny completely, so that's why I did not sand the little spark glitter off. So I have a couple more steps left, and I make little bows out of just regular twine to put on top of the carrots. But before I do that, I wanted to sand the whole truck, just to rough up the edges of it, so it's looks like that paper was there forever. And I also add a little bit of brown paint, very dry brushed technique of the brown paint onto the edges, so it looks almost like it's antiqued. So here it is, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. For my next project, I picked up this bunny at Dollarama, and I will also be using some jute rope, some pompons, white and gray paint, and some paintbrushes and a sanding block. So the first thing, just like on the other one, I get rid of all of this glitter. I like glitter, but not so much in my decor. And this bunny sure had a ton of glitter on his body, his ears, his nose, pretty much everywhere. Once all the glitter was gone, I just traced the little top of the carrot onto this scrapbook paper. I just love how patterned and the green this scrapbook paper is, and I think it will look good on top of this carrot. And now comes the fun part. I am using a light gray color, and I will be layering paint. So I'm not looking for an extreme coverage because there are two other paints coming on top of it. I do not wait in between the paints to dry. But the first one I kind of applied up and down, but the next two I just, the first one I applied in all sorts of direction, and then the next two I do follow an up and down pattern when I'm applying the paint. So once the light gray was on, I went with a bit of a darker gray and just dry brushed it on. It's not really a dry brush technique, I'm just not adding a ton of paint and kind of pulling the paint so it's mixing with the lighter gray. I do the same thing with the white brush, but I am using almost like a stippling brush for the white paint, and the white paint is white chalk paint. All of these paints I picked up at dollar store and more. I had a hard time finding gray paints. I've mentioned this in a couple of my other videos, but this dollar store had 3 different shades of it. So I picked up the other dollar stores had silver, but not gray. So here is the paint all mixed up, and I'm just adding more just to finish it off onto the edges. I love the way this the mixture of the layered paints turned out. I think it created a very rustic farmhouse bunny. So once the bunny was completely dried, I end up gluing on the large popon for his little fluffy tail. So the bunny ends up looking as you're looking to the back of the bunny, not the front. Now I also add that carrot cutout. I did have to trim it a little bit just so it looks like it's peeking from behind him. And I also create a bow with that jute rope to add around his neck. So here he is. I think he turned out so cute, and I think it's gonna look great with my decor because it fits my style. Well, I hope you enjoy these 2 quick and easy DIYs. If you did, make sure you press that like button, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you press that subscribe button and a notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.